Tompkins, if you'd have seen what they did to that wagon train headed for Clark's Bluff, left every one of those men for dead.
Word has it from Blue Creek, only one of the women got away. The rest were taken captive.
Is that so?
Guess the cavalry went out there to show the Sioux just who they've been messing with. They sure ought to teach those savages right.
Oh, I'd expect the Sioux to strike right back again. Good thing, too.
How's that?
Well, as long as they don't bring their ruckus to Sweetwater, it'll give the cavalry the opportunity to go out there and wipe each and every one of them animals right off the plains. What do you want, boy?
There's something outside I want you to take a look at for me.
Well, can't you see I'm busy?
It'll just take a second.
I'm tired of you damned express riders riding herd over me. Sally. My God, sweetheart. Sally. Oh, I thought you were dead. Oh, they said you'd all been killed.
Well, Lakota said the same thing about you.
My God, is that Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Buck, looks like your scouting came to some good after all.
Jenny. You've let him turn her into a savage here.
My name is Eagle Feather.
Well, don't you worry about it, honey. We'll get you thinking straight once you get settled down here.
I've been promised a Black Wolf.
What's she talking about?
She was supposed to marry a young warrior.
Well, Jenny, who's your little friend here?
My brother, Two Ponies.
Don't be here when I get back.
Bill! William, please! Just give it a little time!
Mr. Tompkins,
What is it?
maybe if you did like she said, just give this some time.
How dare you pull a stunt like that on me, boy?
I didn't mean anything. It's just they've been through an awful lot. It's got to be hard.
Look, I don't need no damned half-breed explaining my family to me.
Ike's got a thing about babies.
Like baby's got a thing for Ike.
He ain't the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Think we could put him up for a couple of days?
Just till we can catch the next stage east to my sister's.
Or till Tompkins has a change of heart.
I don't expect that'll be the case.
Well, I don't see what problem there could be. It's a good thing I fixed some extra dinner for the boys.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Why don't you take him for a walk? Show him around a little bit, huh, Rachel?
All right. You want to come with me? Come on, sweetie. Come on.
I was sure Tompkins would react different.
Buck, you can't expect a heart that's been hardening for a whole lot of years to suddenly soften in a moment.
But you'd think he'd at least be happy to see his family.
Well, you'd think so, but that's an awful lot for a man to swallow all at once. Maybe for you and me, Ike, but for Tompkins, Sight of that baby ain't gonna make the swallowing much easier.
I never understood Tompkins' hate till today.
Understanding hate doesn't make it any easier to swallow.
That's what I say. They can't expect me to.
Come on now, Tompkins. A good Christian would at least find a home for the baby boy.
The Christian thing to do would be to take them all in. They're your family, for God's sakes.
You ought to just send them all back to the Indians.
Yeah.
Fred, Margaret. Goodness, mind if I have a cup of coffee?
Oh, go ahead.
I, heard a little about what happened this afternoon.
I suppose you're here to talk me out of it.
You want some?
No. Ain't nothing you can say, Marshal. I've already made my decision.
You know, I had me an Indian wife once. She's from the Pawnee tribe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I sort of know how you feel.
No, you don't, Teaspoon. You chose to be with an Indian.
That's right, I did. But we still had to deal with the fact that we was different. It was uncomfortable for a while. But after we got to know each other, we found there was something underneath all the differences, a certain something that made it so it didn't matter how people looked at us no more.
Well, this ain't got nothing to do with how other people will look at us. It's got to do with me having to look at her, knowing what they done to her.
It wasn't her fault.
I know that, but it ain't my fault either. And it sure as hell ain't my responsibility.
Of course it is.
One of them Indians raped my wife.
Tompkins, you're letting your prejudices...
Damn it. They took my wife and child prisoner and turned them into heathens. You saw how they looked.
Yeah. I've seen how they feel, too. You know, you don't have to make no decision right now, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hear me out. Dark-skinned or light. Talked about 3 people who've suffered enough. God only knows how much you're hurting, Tompkins. But if you don't stop living in yesterdays, you and your family ain't gonna have no tomorrows. Thanks for the coffee.
Where do you think you're going?
Back to my people.
What about your mother and your brother?
They want to stay here. They'll be fine without me.
I don't think your mother would see it that way.
If you have any respect for your blood, you'll allow me to return to my people.
Look, you're gonna have to stop fighting this sometime. You are back with your people. Now come on, get down.
I'm Lakota.
And I'm Kiowa. Always will be in my heart. But now my home and my family are here. Come on.
You're proud of that?
Of them? And you've got a family here too. You got a choice. Now don't throw it away because of your pride.
I've been promised to Black Wolf as his wife. What good can I do here when no one will accept me?
If our people are to survive, they'll need others in the white world like you, who understand our ways.
No, if our people are to survive, we need braves like you who will fight for our ways. You shamed your Kiowa blood, living as you do as a white man.
I didn't ask for my father to be white. And I didn't ask to feel all those years like I didn't belong anywhere. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, so you're a victim!
Just like you, Eagle Feather. Fate made those choices for me. But I have to live with them and learn from them what I can.
What have you learned?
Until I saw both sides, I couldn't live in either world.
And now that you've made your choice, you're living happily ever after? Yeah, I thought so.
Look, I'm only trying to help.
Then why did you lead the soldiers right into my village?
To free the captives. Look, I took them there to release the white prisoners. If my family was held captive for 7 years, I sure as hell would want them back.